Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, aka news, covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us during a time of political overabundance and divisiveness. We present you with more unifying topics to discuss for the most part. For links to the articles we are about to cover, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Check out our link tree. We are all over the place. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm MTM.
And...
Pooh.
Pooh? Okay. We also have Pooh. Also is Stapes, a.k.a. Alice. And of course, you viewer are you. Today is Phrase Day, a.k.a. Friday, August 4th, 2023. So, let's jump into the news today, shall we? Do you want to start us off, Mr. MTM?
Sure, this is a fascinating story. Cancer-killing pill that annihilates tumors hailed as Holy Grail breakthrough. This is just a couple days ago when people were really started talking this, but now they've really solidified the research and the story is true. So scientists have developed a Holy Grail molecule that kills all solid cancer tumors, leaving healthy cells unaffected.
Whoa.
The team at City of Hope, one of the largest cancer research and treatment organizations in the U.S., made the breakthrough against the proliferating cell nuclear antigen PCNA protein.
City of Hope, my mom went there when she had leukemia.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, so this is incredible. So,
there's a couple of people that have been talking about this and very fascinated that this actually works, because there's so many people that have died of cancer in the past and were just unable to get treatment, or they treated it and then it came back in a remission and it was stronger when it came back and they couldn't survive. It's was statistically used to be that like 1 in 3 people would get cancer and then be unable to treat it and then die from it.
Yikes.
And there's like a couple other factors into that. Poor diet and exercise and poor sleep all work together too. You restore a lot of your body when you sleep, when you go into REM sleep too. So not getting the proper hours of sleep will affect that too. You can see, yeah,
there's more. Continue reading here.
The pictures, too.
Wow.
Nice. So
well, the poor sleep thing is scary.
What, Alice?
Well, the poor sleep thing, because like I have a condition called RLS, restless leg syndrome.
Restless leg syndrome, yeah.
Yeah, which
and it can
kind of
you can kick yourself awake and wake back up, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that I kick myself. No, I can't go to sleep because of the pain. If I don't sleep, my legs become painful. And so, and what happens with that is that, like, when even if you do fall asleep with it's going on, like, you don't get to full REM sleep. So I'm
right, yeah.
So you should continue reading here, dude.
Scroll back down. There's I can skip ahead here. The new therapy is the result of 20 years of research and development and is named after Anna Olivia Healy, AOH, a young girl born in 1996, who unfortunately was not able to beat cancer.
Man.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I should.
This is
really
incredible.
Yeah, I should really sleep is important. Like, I already knew that, but like the fact that, like, you know, some people don't get to the full REM, that can cause this. That, oh, geez.
Delirium. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So there's a couple people. There's a couple people talking this. I encourage our viewers to read the sources for themselves. If you just Google PCNA or PCH 1996 cancer pill, you'll get to find it.
Oh yeah, here we go. PCNA. So.
Mutated from PCNA, yeah.
We got to move up though for the sake of time. What else do we have?
This is another story about the.
Oh yeah,
about
so this is so this is the same story, different article, so different points of view maybe, like, so yeah. And what else do we have here? Do you want to take
this one or can I?
Do you want to take this one because you found it?
Yeah, this is pretty funny. Minecraft YouTubers beware! A monkey could now do your job. Are you smarter than an ape? Meet Kanzi Des Moines, Minecraft playing bonobo.
Ah.
YouTuber Chris DeCal taught this bonobo how to play Minecraft because he's determined, smart, and ongoing. Not Chris DeCal, the bonobo. And you can find him playing on the computer, watching an action movie or chomping on a celery stick in his greenhouse. He's Kanzi the bonobo who plays Minecraft. The 42-year-old ape was able to do this at the Primate Research Institute.
Where are you reading this from?
Here. Oh, this is what I know about the,
Sorry. So sorry, go ahead.
Oh, 43-year-old ape isn't only able to communicate with humans via lexicograms and touchscreens, but he's recently mastered the popular open-world game, Minecraft.
Wow. So the apes yearn for the mines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude, look at that.
You're roboting, Alice.
Oh gosh. He's a 42-year-old ape.
Wow, that's pretty old. But
he's in captivity. He's taken pretty good care of.
Yeah.
It's the
obviously.
It's the rural feral environments that put a lot of stress on animals.
And we were talking about this.
Maybe it's the other way.
We were talking about this beforehand. You were saying that he trained the ape. The YouTuber trained the ape how to play Minecraft by teaching him how to break the blocks and rewarding him with a peanut.
Yeah. There was a popular video about that. He went viral because he was able to like break the blocks with his touch by pressing on the touchscreen. There was a couple of funny parts in that video. I recommend you go watch it. It's Chris DeCal. We taught a monkey how to play Minecraft. At one point, he was like tapping the screen so much and so excited to get peanuts and like celery and things like that for like playing the game that he actually like crashed the game. So.
Dang. Sorry, I was looking at someone's submission for a thumbnail. That looks straight out of like Grandma's Boy. Isn't that?
Oh my God. Did you say an ape crashed a server?
He crashed the game itself that was running on the computer.
Dang.
I think.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
From playing too aggressively, yeah.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Speaking of aggressive, we have this article here from Oddity Central, and this reminds me a lot about you, Miss Alice, as I said prior to the show. Woman shatters world record with 107 decibel burp. Wow. So, like, this is some kind of, like, earth-shattering, rocket-launching sounding burp. A U.S. woman, of course one of us, recently set a new world record for the world's loudest burp by a woman after belching at a measured 107.3 decibels. The previous Guinness World Record for the loudest burp by a woman dated back to 2009, when Eliza Cagani of Italy managed a 107 decibel belch. It was impressive. It was an impressive achievement, but now our record is history. Kimmy Cola Winter, a young woman from Maryland who has mastered the art of burping, recently visited a dead room at iHeartRadio where she managed to release a monstrously loud burp that beat Kanagi's record by 0.3 decibels. Before her historic attempt, Kimmy Cola prepared her body by eating breakfast and drinking coffee and beer. The tried and true combination apparently played a pretty big part in breaking the 14-year-old record. Wow.
Beer. Dude, actually, Xander, can we, like, we may not be able to hear, can we hear the sound, or would that be copyright? Otherwise, could we, like, just get an example of that decibel, like, that's...
Well, we just, there you go, to answer your question.
Rip headphone users there, goodness gracious.
Oh my God, like, look at that, like, her double chin right there.
Yeah,
like, she's, like, going for the...
Does anybody else suddenly smell cola? Like, I'm not kidding. I suddenly smell cola. Like, wow.
Oh man, yeah, that's such a weird. What do you call that when you have like you hear something so like you hear someone fart and you feel like you can smell it?
Yeah.
So, oh man, it's the worst.
Psychological trickery. Like.
Yeah.
I smelled all that.
Yikes. What else do we have here? More from Oddity Central. Woman miraculously survives after spending 90 minutes in the grip of a crocodile. Wow. Okay, she is lucky. An Indonesian woman is lucky to be enough after what? I guess alive after surviving a crocodile attack for 90 minutes before finally being rescued and taken to a hospital. On July 27th, Falmira de Jesus, a 30-year-old palm oil plantation from Indonesia's West Kalimantan province, was collecting water from a shallow greenery-covered stream in Katapulang Regency when she was suddenly attacked by a crocodile lying in wait. As the woman approached the body of water, the giant reptile leaped up from the foliage, grabbed her leg, and dragged her into the water. Somehow, Famira managed to cry out for help and fight the crocodile long enough for her plantation co-workers to arrive and help her. Viral footage shows a brave woman with only her head above the water as she literally tries to hang on for her life to wooden poles extended in the water by her co-workers, while others prod the water with sticks to discourage the crocodile. Wow. One tough cookie right there. Wow, that is terrifying. You just see your head above the... That is frightening. What else do we have here? Mr. MTM, do you want to take this one?
Yes. A company accidentally pays employee 367 times his salary, and he refuses to pay the money back. Hungarian man temporarily became a rich man after the company he worked for accidentally paid him 367 times more than he had actually earned. And then the employer asked for the money back. He refused to pay. This unnamed man who hails from Hungary's Somogy County briefly worked for a company in Kaposvar, but his employment was terminated during the trial period for his short stint at the company. He stood to earn 92,549 florins, I guess, is that their currency, which amounted to 238 euros or $260. But in a feat of incredible generosity, his employer wired him 367 times that amount. Actually, it was a huge mistake caused by the fact that the man had provided an Austrian bank account. So the salary had to be paid in the local currency, euros. Only instead of converting the forints to euros, they sent the lucky man 92,549 euros instead. Wow. Watch your decimal points, people.
Honestly,
somebody should have fired that accountant.
Yeah, and see, they said temporarily, so it sounds like he was forced to give the money back, but honestly, I say he should be allowed to keep it. He has nothing to do with it. They screwed up. They should bite the bullet and say, okay, let's not make that mistake again.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said,
I agree.
fire the accountant.
It's like the accountant's fault. Yeah, it's not his fault.
So, if it continues on, do you want to read this third one here?
With the help of Kapsvarar District's prosecutor's office, the company managed to freeze the Austrian bank account of the accused and arranged for the money to be transferred back to its own bank account. According to HVG Who, it was recovered around 72,000 euros so far, but hopes to eventually receive the full amount wired to its former employee.
Wow.
That's just highway robbery.
So they froze his bank account. That is yikes.
Well, they did to Kanye West,
Well, that's because of politics. This is just that's an abuse of power too, but this is just disgusting. The company did a mistake. The guy is well within his rights to keep all the money, but then they abused their power and they froze his bank account, and they're holding his bank account hostage, it sounds like, until he. This is evil. This is evil.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, people. This is why I don't like banks.
Yeah. Well, here's something interesting. More from Oddity Central. Washington man is selling a crumbling wall for $50,000. Oh, call
What?
Trump. He likes walls. Finding a property for $50,000 in Georgetown, Washington, where the median price is $1.6 million, can be considered a major bargain, but what if that property is a crumbling wall? Last month, a realtor at Keller Williams Capital Properties posted a listing for a property in the Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C. for just $50,000. The photo featured in the listing showed what seemed to be a row house at the end of a block, but the price didn't really make sense. Homes in the neighborhood sell for over $1.5 million, and this one was in a really nice area, just a 10-minute walk from the riverfronts and close to trendy shops and restaurants. A lot of people were excited to see a property they could actually afford to buy, but their hopes were crushed when they realized that the listing wasn't for a home, but for the partial wall of one, and a crumbling wall at that. So it's just that little sliver of land. Like, what a crap. Like, own a piece of Georgetown, the listing read. The wall located at 30 and M and W, the opportunities are limitless. With a wall. Like,
own a piece of Georgetown. What?
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Dude, what was this on Facebook Marketplace or something?
It says local man Alan Berger owns the now famous Georgetown Wall and claims that the listing is no joke. He decided to put it on sale after getting into a dispute with the owner of the house that his wall is attached to. Apparently, their relationship started out cordially, but back in 2020, after the homeowner noticed that the water was leaking into her home, things started going south. An engineer told her that the lack of upkeep to the south side wall had caused the beams to become wet. After failing to convince Berger to fix his part of the wall, the owner of the house involved the D.C. Department of Buildings, and Allen got fined $1,661 for improper upkeep, including peeling or chipping paint and holes in rotting materials. This is a wild story.
Jesus Christ.
I want to continue reading, but we got to keep going. We have a couple more articles here, and then I have some other stuff to do. So what else do we have here? Mr. MTM. Actually, Alice, you want to read one?
Can you hear me all right without me going robot-y?
A little bit, yeah.
Here, let me just scoot over into this one spot, I think. All right, give me a second here. I'll read one, but I'll have you read the rest. I'll just read the headline. So we have a Vietnamese artist sculpts papaya fruits into realistic flowers.
Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
This is like another form of edible arrangements right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I almost thought about getting my mom one, but I was like, she probably won't eat the whole bouquet. She's a tiny lady, you know?
Yeah.
She'd have to share. She could actually give it to her puzzle buddies.
Well, what does it say here?
I've done the same thing with orange peels a couple times, like making them into flowers or designing characters with them. It's quite fun.
I've actually been...
Yo, Alice, would you care to read this, please?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Would you care to read this, please?
Oh, well, let me see. Nguyen Thi Thu is one of the few remaining artists practicing and constantly enhancing the traditional Vietnamese art sculpting realistic-looking flowers out of papaya fruit.
All right, sorry to interrupt, but you are roboting now. You are roboting now. Mr. MTM, would you mind picking it up?
Yeah, that's why I was saying someone else to read it, and I could read the headline.
The second paragraph.
Okay. Thu, enamored with carving various flowers from papaya fruits at the age of 15, when, like many other parents during the 1980s, her family registered her for an exclusive class on the art of sculpting the tropical fruit. She was fascinated by the traditional art form, but then she had moved to Russia for 15 years, where, because she was too busy working and had no access to green papayas, she couldn't practice her favorite art form. Period. She tried it with all sorts of other fruits and vegetables, including watermelons, but nothing was quite like the papaya she knew. When she went back to Hanoi in 2009, she immediately got back into papaya sculpting, and she has been practicing the craft ever since.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So that's really cool. Like, holy crap.
That's not a flower. That's a papaya. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way. You can eat that. Look at that. No way.
Oh, wow.
That's
Dude, look at the
fascinating.
blue
I am
over
astonished.
here.
Like, it just gets progressively better. Like, this is cool. That's really good. That is very detailed. A whole thing, look at all those flowers, all this thing. Okay, a whole bouquet. I don't know all this. It's like, good googla moogla. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's all edible and tasty. Papaya is so delicious. Oh, that's like an English daisy that she's trying to, like, mimic. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. The bottom left one's like an English daisy.
Huh. Really cool. Let's move on up. Something from really cool to not so cool. More from Oddity Central. Mayor comes under fire for hiring strippers for Father's Day celebrations. Wow.
Yikers.
The mayor of Huehuetlán, a town in the Mexican state of Chiapas, has come under harsh criticism for hiring strippers to entertain his male constituents during this year's Father's Day celebrations. It's been over a month since this year's Father's Day, and while most of us have already forgotten all about it, the men of Huehuetlán will probably remember this year's festivities for a very long time. And it's all because of a surprise from Mayor Manuel Angel Villalobos, who decided that it would be a great idea to offer the men of his town something truly memorable, a lewd strip show. A poster promoted online before Father's Day invited the males of Huehuetlán to the local auditorium on June 17th for a special featuring, quote, a show surprised and presents, end quote, but mentioned in red lettering that, quote, no children and no women were invited, end quote. Wow. Wow. This is kind of disgusting. Like, that's, yeah. That's really gross. Like,
wow.
For Father's Day celebration, you get a bunch of strippers, and then you make a segregationalist event. No children. Obviously, you don't want them, but no women. Like, it's Father's Day. Like, that's I don't know. I don't like this. Like,
and men can't be fathers without the women, and so, like, and women can't be mothers without the father.
Exactly. So, what else do we have? Oh, this is rather nutty. You want to take this, MTM?
A man uses forehead to smash walnuts and claims rivals world record.
Wow.
August 4th, a martial artist from India recaptured a Guinness World Record from his longtime rival by smashing 273 walnuts with his forehead in 1 minute.
Wow.
He must have a T-Rex skull. It's like hard to steal.
Dude, that's like... Hold on, 6, 12, 18... Hold on a second. What is that? 273? 273 divided by 60 equals... That's 4.5 walnuts a second.
Jesus.
How?
He must have a big forehead.
Is he, like, woodpeckering these things? How did he do this?
Naveen Kumar, 27, used his forehead to smash the raw common walnuts, breaking the record of 254 set by serial record breaker Muhammad Rashid in 2017. Rashid first held the record with 150 walnuts in 2014 and broke his own record with 181 in 2016. Kumar broke the record in 2017 by cracking 217 walnuts. The two men went head-to-head in the Guinness World Records book.
Challenge.
Or the Guinness World Records Challenge on an Italian TV special later that same year, with Kumar breaking 239 walnuts and Rashid taking the record back with 254. Rashid said he trained with Prabhat Reddy, a serial world record breaker with several of his own Guinness World Record titles in martial arts categories. Wow.
4.5 walnuts a second. Like, I can't even fathom that. Like,
well, he must be crushing more than, like, one walnut a thing.
Well,
yeah, see how it's set up? Yeah.
Let's watch this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How? My
They
goodness.
sound like ping pong balls breaking.
He has got to have the forehead of a Cro-Magnon or something, I tell you what. This is ridiculous.
Dude, no, that's not ping pong. That's a ping pong match.
I mean, I guess, like, these are ones that are, like, not normal walnuts with the hard shells. I guess, I'm not entirely sure.
They move the walnuts onto the table so they don't fall off.
No, they're moving.
Looks like it.
No, some of them are rolling around free.
I think they haven't moved on.
Maybe it's on. Although that wouldn't be. Well, the tabletop looks a little cushiony, but that would negate him trying to break it.
Yeah.
Well, no, it just holds him in place so if he's hitting the table, they don't roll off of the impact.
Dang. That gave me a headache.
They probably like super glued him on so as he's moving from the vibration, they don't like break, but they hold him in place.
A couple of them fell off the table.
Well, no,
though.
some of them were moving around, Alice.
Well, I didn't see too many of them. They look pretty in place, though.
Oh, anyway.
Well, anyway.
What else do we got here? From UPI, aka Oopie, Utah man attempts air chair world record at the age of 94. Wow.
What?
Was he like squatting in the air?
Let's see. Well, you know what? Let's just watch this real quick. What is an air chair? Let's.
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So he's on like some kind of jet powered, like. Oh no, it's. Okay, so it's like a water ski, but it's a chair, and it's one ski. So he's being pulled by a boat, but he's on a one ski with a chair. If you can see that, let me bigger that for you. You see what I'm talking about? Anyway,
I
so
see.
so
that's
cool.
cool.
Like at the age of 94, like that's awesome. Like
Accomplished man.
Agenard Dyer started learning how to ride an air chair, a boat-pulled platform, also known as a sit-down hydrofoil, at the age of 88. Wow. Now he's 94, attempted to set the Guinness World Record for the oldest air chair rider at Pineview Reservoir. The attempt was attended by his 8 children, 27 grandchildren, and more than 30 great-grandchildren. Man, these guys know how to flow their seeds everywhere, don't they? Rules set by Guinness World Records for the attempt required Dyer to travel 100 meters seated, jump high enough for the foil to come out of the water, land, and travel an additional 30 meters while maintaining balance and control. Dyer appeared successful in his attempt, but he will not know if he is an official record holder until GWR officials review his application and evidence, a process that could take up to 10 weeks. Wow, why is that so difficult? Like, you know, like, I'm not being joking or mean or anything, but honestly, 10 weeks, he might not make it. But if he's doing this, then he's pretty healthy. So, but they should probably like double their efforts to try to get him his record as quick as possible, because you never know. 94 though, like, you know, what's anybody else's excuse? Go out there, experience life, live. This guy is out here breaking records at the age of 94. Nobody else has an excuse. So, what else do we have? Mr. MTM, I saw that you posted this, so you take it.
Oh, yes. Supermassive black hole found spitting a giant high-energy jet toward Earth.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, pretty spooky. Pretty scary. A NASA mission has observed a supermassive black hole pointing its highly energetic jet straight toward the Earth. But don't panic just yet, though. As fearsome as this cosmic event is, it's located at a very safe distance of about 400 million light years away. Actively feeding the supermassive black holes, including the one at hand, are surrounded by swirling disks of matter called excretion disks, which gradually fed them over time. Some of the material they don't swallow is then channeled toward their poles, where it's subsequently blasted out at near light or relativistic speed. This creates highly energetic and extremely bright electromagnetic radiation. In some cases, like with NASA's latest Muse, the jet is pointed straight at Earth. Those events are known as blazars.
Now, here's something that makes me question this a little bit. If it's traveling near the speed of light, by the time we see it, we're already getting hit. You know? So, if they're already observing this, the fact that we're not hit means that we're not getting hit. Maybe. Like maybe we'll, like, I don't know, like, orbit into the jet stream or something. I'm not entirely sure. But, like, this is really nothing to be scared about, I think. So, because, like, you know, as I said, like, you know, if it was really, like, you know, really a threat, by the time we'd see it, where it's already over. Kind of the same as, like, getting hit by, like, a pulsar or a magnetar or something like that. But, what else does it say? Do you want to read this last paragraph and then we'll wrap it up?
Blaster jets can stretch across space for millions of light years, but the mechanisms that launch them aren't yet well understood. However, these new discoveries surrounding the jet of Markarian 421 could shed some light on the extreme cosmic phenomenon.
Yeah. All right. And this goes on to tell us a whole lot of stuff. So, yeah, I highly advise anybody watching this to please go to the underbar of the description and check out this and all the other articles we read. But this shall conclude the show. Once again, as I said, the underbar of the description. Check out those links. Check out our link tree, you know, and all that stuff. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central.
6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
I'm MTM.
And I am Who of Alice.
Yep. And
Or
you
Alice
here
of
are, of
who?
course, you. And until you catch us next Tuesday, or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show almost every day. Like I try to cover, but kind of taking Saturdays off. But we are working on fixing that situation. But yeah, every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time. And we also have the Kick Peanut coming up this Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So yeah, like until next time you see us, whenever that is, don't forget to look at right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Take care.